Disclaimer: the following program is designed to offend, provoke, and challenge your religious sensibilities. It contains content that will likely offend anyone who holds religion sacred. This is for those with thick skin or a taste for the harsh truth. If you're easily offended or cherish your religious views, please turn off now. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. You have been warned. Everyone thinks they know where you stand the second you say one thing. Say you're against abortion, they slap a Bible in your hand. Say you don't believe in the God of the Bible, they toss you in the atheist algorithm. But what if you don't belong to either side? What if you make your own line and stand on it alone? Let me be clear. These videos, I don't make them for you. I make them for me. I learn something every time. I enjoy it. I like wrestling with ideas. I like knowledge. I don't expect anyone to agree with me. If you do, cool. Maybe we're on the same wavelength. If you don't, that's fine too. But don't try to put me in your little moral box so it makes sense to you. Don't say you can't be anti-abortion and anti-God. Don't say you can't reject the Bible and still give a damn about life. You can, and I do. And if I lose subscribers or views for this one, I don't care. I wasn't worse off before this channel, and I won't be worse off after. So I'll say whatever the hell I want, and to hell with it. Because if I have one subscriber, I'll still be making videos. I'm retired. I've got time. And I'm not here to please anybody. So yeah, go whine to your pretend God about it. I read Nietzsche this week. He'd probably call me weak. And honestly, he might be right. But I'm still standing here. No God, no team, no script, just me. And the values I built with my own two hands, let's see how far they get me. The book I'm pulling from today is Beyond Good and Evil by Friedrich Nietzsche. I'll link a PDF version of it down in the description. Let's start messy. I'm against abortion and I don't believe in the God of the Bible. That throws people off. The religious crowd wants a Bible verse. The atheist crowd wants me to nod along with science. I'm not here for either. I value life not to coddle the fragile or feel holy, but because it's a line I drew to build the life I stand behind. See, Nietzsche didn't think morality came from above. He thought the strong made it, carved it, like a sword. That's where we almost agree. He writes in his book, the noble type of man regards himself as a determiner of values. He is a creator of values. That's the point. Not inheriting morals, creating them. But Nietzsche wouldn't let me off that easy. He'd still ask, are you sure that's not just Christian pity in disguise? But then he'd smell weakness. And he hated weakness disguised as virtue. He wrote, slave morality is essentially the morality of utility. Sympathy, the kind, helping hand, the warm heart, patience, diligence, humility. These are the most useful qualities. He'd say, I'm infected with morality designed by weakness. Survival ethics wrapped in virtue signaling. Everywhere that slave morality gains the ascendancy, language shows a tendency to approximate the significations of the words good and stupid. So, yeah, maybe Nietzsche would call me stupid. Maybe he'd hear life has value and roll his eyes. But this isn't slave morality. I'm not preserving life to avoid guilt. I'm doing it because it strengthens me. Because it makes the ground I stand on heavier, not lighter. Pity has an almost ludicrous effect on a man of knowledge, like tender hands on a cyclops. This isn't pity. Pity's what you offer when you've got no strength left. This is structure. This is discipline. This is a deliberate no to the easy out. I don't preserve life because it's sacred. I preserve it because I chose to, because it's mine to value, not tender hands, not moral squish, just one eye wide open and swinging. The falseness of an opinion is not for us any objection to it. The question is, how far an opinion is life-furthering, life-preserving? That's the test. Not truth, not tradition. Will this belief build something worth standing on? If yes, it stays. That's all that matters in the end. Let's stop pretending pity is noble. Nietzsche didn't think it was harmless. He thought it was a poison, something that smothers strength while pretending to be compassion. To Nietzsche, pity wasn't soft. It was sabotage. It poisoned people who could have been strong. He wrote, the corruption, the ruination of higher men is in fact the rule. So pity doesn't save, it pacifies, letting weakness fester while you feel good. It makes you feel righteous for sitting still. Nietzsche would say it's the cheapest show in town. Feels good, goes nowhere. In the abortion debate, pity floods both sides. Pity for the mother, pity for the fetus, pity for the system. You think I don't see the other side? I do. But I'm not picking a team, I'm picking a value. There's a difference. I've justified silence with pity. I've dodged clarity to avoid discomfort. That's not virtue. That's fear dressed as compassion. Even saints didn't impress him. He saw their kindness as a cover for disgust. Here's what he says. He says, "The pity of the saint is pity for the filth of the human, all too human." So pity is arrogance. It says, I'm above this, but I'll stoop for a moment to feel good about myself. Nietzsche didn't oppose care, he opposed fake care. Strength doesn't mean you can't care. It just means your care isn't for sale. A man who is a master by nature, when such a man has sympathy, well, that sympathy has value. So, if I care, it's because I chose to, because it serves the values I declare, not because I'm trying to look holy. Pity is cheap. Purpose isn't, and I'd rather die standing on one value I made than live faking compassion. Here's the real disease, needing to be liked. Nietzsche saw it over 100 years ago. Herd morality, doing what's moral because it's safe when everyone agrees just to feel safe. Nietzsche called that herd morality, and we're drowning in it. He wrote, morality in Europe today is herd animal morality. So basically, everyone's parroting each other, scared to say something sharp, press retweet, wear the ribbon, quote the cause, stay in the moral bubble, safe, silent, obedient. You think that's virtue? Nietzsche didn't. But to him, truth lived outside the crowd, always beyond, always alone. To live in a vast and proud tranquility, always beyond, to have or not to have one's emotions, one's for and against, according to choice. Beyond means outnumbered. It means no echo chamber. I've never posted the safe opinion, and I'm never going to. I think it's a hollow out, like chasing a shadow that vanishes when you turn on the light. You want real values? You want clarity? Then suffer for your stance. The noble soul has reverence for itself. I don't need reverence from you. I need it from myself. That's why I'll let Nietzsche punch me in the face if it makes my position sharper. And if you're still chasing claps from the herd, enjoy the comfort, but don't call it courage. So what's left when the sky's empty and the rules burn down? Nietzsche said God is dead. Fine. He probably is, or never was. But I'm still here, dancing like Dionysius, saying yes to the values I forged, drawing my line, defending it. Alone if I have to. I'm fine with that. You want to be good, then suffer for your values. Or shut up. But let me say this straight for the crowd in the back. I'm tired of Christians acting like they own morality, and atheists acting like they own logic. You don't get to tell me what I have to believe. You don't get to say, you can't be anti-abortion if you don't believe in the God of the Bible. Yes, I can, and I am. If that short-circuits your brain, maybe it's time to upgrade the software. I don't base my values on the Bible. I base them on having a child. I look at her, and I see something I helped create, and it's worth protecting. So when I see other children, I think about the kind of world they're being thrown into, what we leave them, what we normalize, what we destroy. And that kind of shit matters to me. Not because a book told me to care, not because a church guilt-tripped me into it, because I chose to, and I meant it. So no, Nietzsche wasn't my savior. He was just a guy I invited to punch me in the mouth. And I swung back. If that's not good enough for you, fine, walk, go join your tribe, go preach your team's slogans. But don't ever tell me what I'm allowed to believe again. I'm not part of your religion, and I'm not part of your rebellion. Just here. Drawing my line, daring you to cross it. If you're still around, I'll see you in the next one. And happy freaking Mother's Day.